A film chronicling a biopic about Donald Trump is one of the most interesting films of the year. Really? Okay, here's my review of The Apprentice. We meet a young Donald Trump played by Sebastian Stan in the early 1970s. He's running his father's building business. He's going all to the buildings, collecting rent and looking after many of the buildings that his father owns. But Donald, he's a very young, ambitious man. He wants to break away from his father and make his own name in New York. He wants to take an abandoned hotel in a ghetto area of New York. He wants to open a new hotel in the same space. He wants to revitalize that area of New York and make a name for himself. But Donald and his father, played by Martin Donovan, they're in trouble with the federal government because they've been accused of racial profiling new tenants in their buildings. And this trouble with the government is preventing Donald from advancing in his quest to build an hotel in the ghetto area of New York. But one night, Donald Trump meets controversial lawyer Roy Cohn, played by Jeremy Strong. And Roy Cohn helps Donald with his legal problems with the government. And finally, Donald Trump is finally able to advance with his building of his hotel. Donald Trump, he also meets, one night he meets the young Ivana, and he takes an instant shine to her, played by Maria Bakalova, because she's very different to the women he's met before. She's quite fiery and ambitious, and she just doesn't want to be like a wife. She wants to make a name for herself too. After some initial resistance from Ivana, eventually Ivana and the young Donald Trump get married. The Apprentice is directed by Ali Abbasi, and this film is his fourth film after Shelley, Border, and Holy Spider. Ali Abbasi's Holy Spider was my number one film of 2022, so I kind of had high expectations for this film, even though this film is very, very different in tone and subject to previous films he's made. The Apprentice is a very unique approach to the biopic genre. We really see the character. Main difference with this film is the character arc changes so much as the film goes on. We really see Donald Trump change as the film goes on. It starts off the film as a little bit naive and a little bit awkward and a little bit shy, but as the film goes on, he learns to just disregard the law and just do whatever he wants. And then as the film goes on towards the end of the film, we really see him resemble the Donald Trump that we know today. It's such a gradual change as the film goes on, and the performance played by Sebastian Stan, he's fantastic. He really changes as the film goes on. It's such a gradual change, and the lead performance by Sebastian Stan and the script, it really, Sebastian Stan has like different mannerisms, and in the early hour of the film he's quite awkward, but then later in the film his voice changes and he acts differently, and Sebastian Stan really does a great job of showing that character arc. And even though we might not like him, we might not agree with what he does, but he's always interesting throughout the film. And Jeremy Strong as Roy Cohn, he's magnetic in the film. We really know, we never know what he's going to do. He's very unpredictable. Like he's very straight. He looks like this throughout the film, and suddenly he will smile and laugh for no reason. He's kind of a jokester, but he's very, very serious minded. And we really see how he shapes Donald Trump in the early years. He really has a big influence on Donald Trump, and that's shown in the film very, very well. The film mainly focuses on Donald's relationship with Roy Cohn and Donald's relationship with his wife, Ivana. It doesn't really dive into his business dealings at all. We're just trying to see how Donald changes over the years go by, and how his relationship with his family and with his father and with Roy Cohn changes him as a person. I give The Apprentice 4 stars out of 5. This is a really unique, interesting way to do a biopic. You might not agree with the Donald Trump in this film, and you might not be interested in watching the film about him, but I still recommend checking out The Apprentice. It's very interesting handled. The character arc in the film is very unique and interesting, and Sebastian Stan and Jeremy Strong are fantastic in this film. So I definitely recommend checking out The Apprentice. Even if you're not interested in watching a film about Donald Trump, I would still recommend checking out this film. Thanks for watching. What did you think of The Apprentice? Please comment below what you thought of the film. See you next time. Bye.